Hi girls, look, I just said I actually would put this up for homework tonight, okay? So it's due on Thursday. It says here, so this is the question I asked you to complete. Some of you have it done already, but just for anyone who needs this, I'm putting up the video for help. Shown that the axonometric axis is required for the isometric projection of a set of steps. So you can see the elevation view over here. If I was to label the views again, so we've got the y-axis here, or sorry, the axis. We've got the x-axis here, and we've the z-axis. Now the y-axis is all to do with heights. The x-axis is to do with lengths, and the z-axis is all to do with widths. Now sometimes teachers call that depth. Okay. Now we have to start off by drawing the plan view in first. We'll start with the plan, it's quite easy. The overall length, okay, so along this line here it's going to 45 degrees, that's actually representing the z-axis. And this line going out here is representing the x-axis. Lengths and widths, because a plan view we don't see heights. So we have the width and we have the length. What's the width? The width is this way, it's going 40, and the length is going this way, it's 60. So I'm going to start with that there now. And what I've been given to start off this guy is, you've been given our axes here. Here's our y, which is our heights. Here is our x-axis, which is our lengths, and our z-axis over here, which is our widths. Now, in regards to drawing it, where the three of them meet is called the origin. Okay, I suppose if we relate it to on shape, I'd do a line down like that. The line doesn't actually even need to go that far. I'll put it down a little bit and go a little bit further down. And then, quite easy, if you take your 45 degree set square, pick a point, you can start anywhere. Always give yourself a little bit of wiggle room because your object's going up here. 45 degrees this way, 45 degrees this way, and put in our measurements. 20, 20, 20. So really simple. Starting from scratch. 20, 20, 20, and then measure the 40 going this way. Okay, let's draw this, do my lines like that, and there we go. Quite easy. Now I'm just going to heavy it in using the biro. So this is going to be our plan view. So that's our plan view done. Now what we have to do is we have to draw our elevation view in the space up here. Now, in the elevation view, to start off, I need the line that's coming out here like this. And if you look at it, it's just an extension of the z-axis, which we know is going at 30 degrees, because we've explained that previously. So I would extend out 30 degrees out like that. Once again, pick a distance. I'm going to start about there. And now I want to get the axis. This is the y-axis. This is the x-axis, because elevations are to do with lengths and heights. Sorry, lengths and heights. So I'm going to put in the line going this way first. The way I like to do it is I take one 45 degree set square. I put the other one like this, just to show you there. So that's how I position it. And look, there we go. 75 degree line, 30 plus 45. To get 15 degrees, you rotate the set square like that. And now I can get the line going this way. And now I'm going to put in my axes again. Okay, sorry, I've got the axis. This is the x, this is the y. So what's my heights? My heights are 10, 20 and 20. So I'm going to put those up on this side. So 5, 10 up, 10 up, 20 up, 20 up. So 10, 20 and 20. And my lengths are 20, 20, 20 again. So put those in. 20, 20 and 20. Okay, so using the set squares effectively. So I like to use this way. So 30 and 45 working together. I'll do my lines up. I just slide it across. That's the way I like to do it. And slide it across. Now obviously guys, it's very important here that you use good accurate measurements and so on, okay? Good sharp leads. And there we go. And I just bring it up again. And there we go. And my object is there, it's just a case of heavying it in. And there we go. Okay, so now I've got the elevation done and the plan done. Now I can do the 3D object in here in the middle. Now I'm going to do a little bit of indexing just for I suppose, understanding purposes. So if you think of the points here, let's say I label them A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H back to A. So if I was to label them up here, well, look, there's A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. Now if I was to find them over here then, well, where are they? Now A and B are on the left hand side, so here's the left, and if they're at the front, they're all along the front face. So B is actually directly above A, so this point here would be B comma A. Then look, it's the next line in where the step ends is C comma D, because C is above D. Then I've got E and F. Now I don't have to label them here, and then G and H. So over here, it's B and A are in this position. I've got C and D, E and F, and G and H. Okay, so if I was to find all those up here, normal rules, anything in the plan view is going to go directly up parallel to the y-axis, which is just a vertical line. So I bring them up. So that's B and A. Now if you wanted to find them one by one, look, A is already down there, so that is exactly where A is. Now if I wanted to find B, bring it down at 30 degrees, because everything is going to come back from this view parallel to the z-axis. So there's our B. Okay, now I want to find C and D, so normal rules apply. Bring it up. Let's find D. D is going to be there. More than likely C is going to be right there. So there's C, and there's D. So I'll label it, there's D, put C out here. Now, just to show you, B to C should have been 30-degree line, and there we go. Now I can start to heavy in a bit of that. I'm just going to use my black pen. You'll start to see it kind of taking shape. So look, that's that bit. Now I'll heavy in the line from A to B, and from C to D, and you can start to see it kind of taking shape. Now what I want to do is, I want to find E and F. So what do? Bring it up. Now the good thing about E and F is D to E is a horizontal line. Technically I know it's going at an angle here, but in reality it's horizontal. So that means it actually should just go at 30 degrees. Just to show you, if I went from D like this, that should be where E is. But to prove it, let's see if it works out. And there we go. Look, it matches up right there. Now to find F, go like that. So there we go. I'll label them. There's E, and there's F. Now once again, let's heavy in the information. Okay, now I've got the second step. Now what I want to do is I want to get the third step where G and H are. So what do I do down here? I transfer it up. Okay, and then how do I find it over here? Well, one way I could do it is I could just do F across at 30 degrees like that to find G, or I could actually bring G down. And you'll see my accuracy is quite good, it's matching up. How do I find H? H is on the same line, and there we go. And there's the 2 points. There's G, and there's H. I'll label that there. Okay, in regards to what I heavy in, I'll go 30 degrees, because this is very similar to isometric. And there we go. And now H back to A should technically be a 30-degree line, like that. And there we go. I've now built the side face, but you have to understand it's a 3D object and it's going back this distance. So how do I find the front face here? Well, to find the front face, I could bring up this point. Let's say the first step here where there's going to be that guy. I'm going to bring this guy up. It's going to hit right up there. Watch this. And that's where the first step is. Now from here, I actually don't need to bring up all the points, because from here, watch this, I could go 30 degrees back to hit there, and now I can heavy that first step, and now the step goes up, so it's going to be the same case here, up. Now I can heavy this in. There's the second step, flip the set square over, 30 degrees back there. So just by finding one of them, because I'm using my own visualization skills, and there we go, and you can see it all taking shape there now. A little bit of inaccuracy there now, actually. Tiny bit of inaccuracy, not too bad. Tiny bit out there, should be hitting right on the y-axis, but that's okay. And there we go, guys. That is the question done. So that was your homework question. I hope you find that helpful, okay?